Ophelia has gone mad, that she has gone crazy?
It seems like she drowns herself. They try to paint this picture that she drowns herself.
Now, I'm going to take a step back and tell you that in my humble estimation, she did not drown herself. That she did not commit suicide. Although Freudians would maintain that that's the death wish, that that is the ultimate death wish, I would say that there's a stronger force upon her and getting her to take her life than it was herself. Let me ask two questions. Was Ophelia strong? Was she a strong-willed person? Go ahead.
No, because like she was used by Claudius before, and like when Laertes warns her about Hamlet, she kind of just takes the advice. She's like not her own person.
So, is she a person who would take action to kill herself?
No.
So part of your argument is going to be that in fact she could not have done this to herself. And why is that? What evidence have you found within the play that would indicate that she was not a person who would have taken her own life?
She never acts on her own thoughts.
Do you see that? Would you agree with what Stephen says here?
Yeah.
Fine, go with that. She has thoughts. She says a lot of things. She gives a lot of messages. She sends a lot of she throws out a lot of symbolic value, but she's not a person who has the capacity to follow through or to take action. Is that, she in a sense needs to be told what to do? Is that, you're going to agree with me on that? Okay. Now, if she doesn't kill herself, how does she die?
Claudius hired.
Claudius is responsible for her death. How do you know that?
Well, he sends men, Horatio. In different books it says Horatio or two gentlemen after her. And when he wants to kill Hamlet, he sends two men after Hamlet. And we said that after killing his brother, he didn't want to get mixed up in the dirtiness of that. So he decided to go have someone else do that. And he does it twice.
Claudius kills his brother,
Yeah.
and who else does Claudius kill?
He
That's
tries
it.
to kill Hamlet.
Yeah.
And he tries to kill Hamlet. And what's the relationship between Claudius and Hamlet? Father-son?
Uncle.
Uncle, okay. Okay, uncle and son. So Claudius has the capacity to do that. He has the capacity to do it. Are there any other reasons that you can come up with that would indicate that Claudius would be capable of this? Go ahead.
Well, he's not remorseful for his death, for killing his brother, because when he tries to repent for it, he says words that don't have feeling don't go to heaven. So he knows, even though he prayed and said, I'm sorry, he's not remorseful for it.
Is there evidence in the past with Claudius's life that he does not have the capacity, or that he doesn't have the capacity of remorse, or that he has the capacity to kill someone?
Kill people.
He's killed people before. And why has he killed people before?
Because he wants their power.
Because he wants their power, right? And now the issue of violence, even if it's sexual violence, is the issue of power and control. Okay? So what you can take a look at, I think, is the fact that Claudius has the wherewithal, based upon his past, to commit this murder of Ophelia. And why do you think he kills Ophelia?
She threatens his power.
She threatens his power.
Yeah, because if she has a child, that would be a possible heir to the throne.
Exactly. So it is in his best interest. It is in his best interest to get rid of her. He has the ability to do it. He has done it before, and it will pay off for him in the future. Okay? Do not buy this argument that she killed herself. I think that is so far away. It is so far away. People who have power will do anything that they can in order to maintain power. Now that's very Marxian, okay? So what Marx would identify would be this idea that the people in charge will maintain that power base until it's taken away from them. And for guys like Claudius, when will it be taken away from him?
When he dies.
When he dies. And up until that point, it doesn't matter what happens, he will do whatever he can do. He is a conniving, unethical, mean-spirited SOB. And I'm on film, so I can't say that word. Okay? Now, what other questions do you have for me about this? Do you accept this premise? I accept this premise. And I am the expert. What other questions do you have for me on this? Go ahead.
Have you read any of it?
I read a little bit of it, but it was a long time ago.
Because what Ophelia does that match up with being raped?
She speaks in symbols of it.
Yeah.
So you should feel comfortable with the assumption that that's what happened. A, they were put into that position. B, her behavior shifted after the encounter. Agree with me on that? C, she spoke of both the horror and what was going to happen to her in her words. And I think those things should lead you to come to the conclusion that this is what happened. Okay? And again, could she have killed herself? Well, you have indicated to me that she was not capable of that. Okay. What else? What other thoughts, what other questions do you have on this that I can try to shed light on? From a psychological perspective? From a political perspective?
Well, there's also there are other groups doing that Gertrude could have killed Ophelia, and then there's another one that says Hamlet might have done it. Is there any way to make it easier? Say that Claudius did it as opposed to.
Well, let's deal with Hamlet. How does Hamlet feel about Ophelia? He loves her. Do you find that love is sincere and true?
Yeah.
If you find that it's, you have a question about that, and I'll get to you in a second. If you find that it's sincere and true, would that kind of love result in somebody murdering?
Well, she
That
kills
person.
herself because of Hamlet. That's the argument.
The argument is that she
She kills
kills.
herself from going insane from the way Hamlet treats her.
Well, how does Hamlet treat her afterwards?
He ignores her. And
He tells her to go to infirmary.
Get the. Well, for a man who loves a woman, I might suggest to you that he would not have treated her such. That if the love that you're telling me of is a conditional one, is an unconditional one, that he would have accepted her back. Now, could he say things that were so hurtful that would drive her to do it? Well, no, because you've also told me that she is not capable of that, or is less capable of that than maybe some other premises. Okay, tell me more about Gertrude.
well, Gertrude calls her a wretch several times, and I think their thing is that Claudius' affair with Ophelia, raping her, that Gertrude hears about it and is so